Hi guys, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with part 1 of my November book haul. Most of these books I purchased in October, but they didn't arrive until the start of November. So I'm classing them as books that I've gotten in November. Just because I wanna. There's a few books that I've got to show you and I'm really excited about the whole lot of them. So yeah, without much further ado, let's get into the books. So the first one is a book by one of our very own booktubers. It is Meat by Dane Cobain. I am so excited to get to this. This sounds incredible, really up my street. Veterinarian Tom Copeland takes a job at a factory farm called Sunnyvale after a scandal at his suburban practice. His job is to keep the animals alive for long enough to get them to slaughter. But there are rumours of a strange creature living beneath the complex, accidents waiting to happen on brutal production lines, and the threat of zoonotic disease from the pigs, sheep, cows, chickens, and fish that the complex houses. Suddenly, disaster rocks Sunnyvales, and cleaners, butchers, security guards, and clerical staff alike must come together under the ruthless leadership of CEO John MacDonald. Together, they'll learn what happens when there's a sudden change on the food chain. Bon appetit. I need to get to this. This sounds amazing. And it's signed by Dane and personalised to me. So yeah, thanks for this, Dane. I am so excited to get to it. And that should be soon. So the next one that I got has the same colour scheme. Like exactly the same colour scheme than the last one. So it's Hag-Seed by Margaret Atwood. Look at the colour scheme. Oh, it's a conspiracy. I love it. So, Hag-Seed, I have seen this book quite a lot. I think it came out in 2016, and I remember being in Topping and Company booksellers in St Andrews and toying with the idea of getting it, but I had never read anything by Margaret Atwood, and I still haven't, to be honest. I really need to get to it. I need to get to her body of work. But the fact that this is a take on... It's a Shakespeare play. Which one, Graham? The Tempest. It's a take on The Tempest by William Shakespeare. I knew that, but it just left my head because there's so much going on in there. But anyway, I'm so excited to get to this. This sounds so up my street. And also, before I get into it, the end papers look like that. And they're just delicious. And I love them. Right, anyway, I'm nattering on again. It's got a thunderstorm in it. And revenge. Definitely revenge. Felix is at the top of his game as artistic director of the Makesheweg Theatre Festival. His productions have amazed and confounded. Now he's staging a Tempest like no other. Not only will it boost his reputation, it will heal emotional wounds. Or that was the plan. Instead, after an act of unforeseen treachery, Felix is living in exile in a backwoods hovel, haunted by memories of his beloved lost daughter Miranda, and also brewing revenge. After 12 years, his chance finally arrives in the shape of a theatre course at a nearby prison. Here, Felix and his inmate actors will put on his Tempest and snare the traitors who destroyed him. It's magic, but will it remake Felix as his enemies fall? Margaret Atwood's take on Shakespeare's play of enchantment, revenge and second chances leads us on an interactive, illusion-ridden journey filled with new surprises and wonders of its own. I need to get to it. But there's so many other Margaret Atwoods that I want to get to first as well. namely The Handmaid's Tale and The Testaments. I have to get to those because everyone and their mother have read it and I haven't still. I'm languishing behind. But yeah. So the next one was a recommendation from the guys on Book Club Live at Sky Arts. And the minute I heard about this book, it sounded so intriguing and so up my street, and I had to just have it there and then. It's Trio by William Boyd. This just sounds incredible. I absolutely love it. Annie and Troy sat in the banana yellow Mini on the cliff of Beachy Head in a warm stupor of sunlight, looking out at the refulgent? I'll learn to read one of these days. English Channel, glinting silver. High in the sky above them, a perfectly straight white contrail split the blue. Nobody suspects a thing, Troy said. Intriguing. A producer, a novelist, an actress. It is summer in 1968, the year of the assassinations of Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy. There are riots in Paris, and the Vietnam War is out of control. While the world is reeling, our three characters are involved in making a swinging 60s movie in sunny Brighton. All are leading secret lives. Elfrida is drowning her writer's block in vodka. Talbot, coping with the daily dysfunction of making a film, is hiding something in a secret apartment. And the glamorous Annie is wondering why the CIA is suddenly so interested in her. But the show must go on, and as it does, the trio's private worlds begin to take over their public ones. Pressures build inexorably. Someone's going to crack, or maybe they all will. From one of Britain's best-loved writers comes an exhilarating, tender novel that asks the vital questions: what makes life worth living? And what do you do if you find it isn't? I don't know. Read this book. It sounds incredible. And again, it's a beautifully designed piece of art. And I love it. So the next one, I actually didn't send away for this one. I didn't order this online. I got this in Tesco's, of all places. And I think I got this possibly either the very last day of October, so Halloween, or around about the 1st or 2nd of November. I can't remember, but yeah, anyway, I got it at this time of year. It's A Year at the Chateau by Dick and Angel Strawbridge. I adore these people and their beautiful chateau. Chateau de la Motte-Husson. It sounds really... and I love it. And I adore Angel Strawbridge. I think she is just one of the most incredible human beings because she's just so out there and she doesn't care, and I love it. Have you ever seen this on Channel 4? It is to die for. It's amazing. Their home is just stunning. They open it up to weddings and they have cooking courses and you can go shopping with Angel. It's just amazing and I love it. If you are reading this, then thank you for allowing us into your lives and giving us the opportunity to relive our first year together at the Chateau. When this journey of ours began, we had pictured a simple existence that would give us the opportunity to suck the marrow out of the bones of life. The truth is, it has been a roller coaster. It's been full of fun and surprises, and until this year we have not stopped to look back. Like many couples, Dick and Angel had long dreamed of a life in France. But where others might settle for a modest bolt hole in the French countryside, the Strawbridges fell in love with a 19th century fairy tale chateau in the Pays de la Loire, complete with 45 rooms, 7 outbuildings and 12 acres of land, and its own moat. Chateau de la Motte-Husson. I love it. In the depths of winter, with their 2 young children, Arthur and Dorothy, in tow, Dick and Angel arrive to find bedrooms infested with flies, turrets inhabited by bats, and wind rattling through cracked windows, and no electricity. Functioning plumbing or working toilets. We follow them all the way through the year to their first unforgettable November wedding and special first Christmas in their dream home. Along the way, we'll read glorious descriptions of rural life in France, with charming characters and mouth-watering seasonal produce, all told with the joie de vivre and good humour Dick and Angel are known for. Join them and fall in love with their story all over again as they detail the renovations and restorations made to their idyllic chateau, most of which have never been seen on TV. As warm and entertaining as their much-loved show, A Year at the Chateau is a truly irresistible story of adventure and heart, epic ambitions, and a huge amount of hard graft. I just cannot wait. And the inside end papers are like a floor plan of the mansion, and I can't wait to get to it. Mansion, I say mansion, it's a chateau, it's a castle, and it's just beautiful. If you haven't seen it on TV, you have to check it out. Channel 4, it'll be on like 4OD, catch up. You have to see it, it's amazing. So, on to the next one. The next one is another one that I picked up on that journey to Tesco's, and I've been toying with the idea of getting this one for a while since I saw it. I don't always have the best relationship with this person, and I can't explain why, I don't know, but I heard her speak on the radio, and the way she talked, she just seemed so different to the way I had pictured her. And I suppose it's a prejudice in some ways that you have a picture of someone until you hear them speak or you see them on television, but then always be guarded that they might be giving out a version of themselves that isn't true to who they are. But the version of this person that I heard on the radio, it really opened me up to the idea of actually maybe reading, enjoying, and beginning to see this person in a different way. It's The Meaning of Mariah Carey by Mariah Carey and Michaela Angela Davis. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for not being a Mariah fan. I mean, I'm not a fan. I appreciate her talent and her music. It's not always really my cup of tea. But yeah, when I heard her on the radio, she was talking to Trevor Nelson, and she just sounded so down to earth and so like I wanted to know more. Do you know what I mean? But then maybe that's a ploy to get people to buy her book. I don't know. But anyway, it does sound fab. It took me a lifetime to have the courage and the clarity to write my memoir. I want to tell the story of the moments, the ups and downs, the triumphs and traumas, the debacles and the dreams that contributed to the person I am today. Though there have been countless stories about me throughout my career and very public life, it's been impossible to communicate the complexities and depths of my experience in any single magazine article or a 10-minute television interview. And even then, my words were filtered through someone else's lens, largely satisfying someone else's assignment to define me. This book is composed of my memories and my mishaps, my struggles, my survival, and my songs. Unfiltered, I went deep into my childhood and gave the scared little girl inside of me a big voice. I let the abandoned and ambitious adolescent have her say. That was a mouthful. I let the abandoned and ambitious adolescent have her say, and the betrayed and triumphant woman I became tell her side. Writing this memoir was incredibly hard, humbling, and healing. My sincere hope is that you are moved to a new understanding, not only about me, but also about the resilience of the human spirit. So that just says exactly what I've just said. I had a picture of Mariah Carey. I was going to say Marilyn Monroe. On the brain. I had a picture of Mariah Carey in my mind that described all the things that she'd said and that she'd been clearly filtered and she couldn't get herself across in a 10-minute interview and all this. And yeah, I suppose that is a prejudice, and I am willing to give this book a chance, and to give Mariah Carey a second chance. Not that I ever, felt the need to give her a second chance, because it's not always my cup of tea. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent again, but yeah, I do look forward to this, and I'm excited to read it, and yeah, there we go. So the next one was another recommendation from Simon Savage. He read this quite a while ago, and I think he also interviewed the writer of this book, and yeah, it's been kind of languishing on my wish list for ages, and I saw it and I thought, you know what, I was going through my wish list and I saw it and I thought, you know what, I've got to, because it sounds awesome. It is Unfollow by Megan Phelps-Roper. A journey from hatred to hope, leaving the Westboro Baptist Church. So yeah, that's heavy going. It was an upbringing in many ways normal. A loving home shared with squabbling siblings, overseen by devoted parents. Yet in other ways it was the precise opposite. A revolving door of TV camera crews and documentary makers. A world of extreme discipline, of siblings vanishing in the night. Megan Phelps-Roper was raised in the Westboro Baptist Church, the fire and brimstone religious sect, at once aggressively homophobic and anti-Semitic, rejoiceful for AIDS and natural disasters, and notorious for its picketing the funerals of American soldiers. From her first public protest, aged 5, to her instrumental role in spreading the church's invective via social media, her formative years brought their difficulties. But being reviled was not one of them. She was preaching God's truth. She was, in her words, all in. In November 2012, at the age of 26, she left the church, her family, and her life behind. Unfollow is a story about the rarest thing of all, a person changing their mind. It is a fascinating insight into a closed world of extreme beliefs, a biography of a complex family, and a hope-inspiring memoir of a young woman finding the courage to find compassion for others as well as herself. That does sound incredible, and I can't wait to get to it. Yeah, I think that's going to be a confronting and difficult read. I think this will take me to possibly dark places, but yeah, we'll see. So the final book in this haul, you'll be glad to know, I will be stopping talking shortly, is Stone Mattress by Margaret Atwood. I saw this on a recommendations video on BookTube, and I can't remember who the booktuber was. If I do remember, I'll pop it in the description down below or on the screen down here somewhere. But yeah, I can't wait to get to this. This sounds fabulous. It's a short story collection, but like I say, Margaret Atwood, I've got so many other books to read by her. So when I'll get to this is anybody's guess. I have no idea. A recently widowed fantasy writer is guided through a stormy winter evening by the voice of her late husband. An elderly lady with Charles Bonnet syndrome comes to terms with the little people she keeps seeing, while a newly formed populist group gathers to burn down her retirement residence. A woman born with a genetic abnormality is mistaken for a vampire, and a crime committed long ago is revenged in the Arctic via a 1.9 billion year old stromatolite? Not sure what that is. In these 9 tales, Margaret Atwood ventures into the Shadowland earlier explored by fabulists and concoctors of dark yarns such as Robert Louis Stevenson, Daphne du Maurier, and Arthur Conan Doyle, and also by herself in her award-winning novel Alias Grace. In Stone Mattress, Margaret Atwood is at the top of her darkly humorous and seriously playful game. I mean, this has been likened to Robert Louis Stevenson, Daphne du Maurier and Arthur Conan Doyle. It's in fantastic company. So yeah, I really look forward to getting to this at some point in the not too distant future, hopefully. We shall see. So that is the end of part 1 of my November book haul. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye. Hi guys, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with part 1 of my November book haul. Most of these books, if and what and when and why and how and where and what and how. Hi guys, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. Oh, there's a cat outside. Oh, hello, Puss Puss. Hi guys, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. Veterinarian Tom Copeland takes a job at a factory called Sunnyvale after a scandal at his suburban... Veterinarian Tom Copeland takes a job at a... One of these days, I'll learn to read. Veterinarian Tom Copeland takes a job, but there are rumours of a strange creature living beneath the complex, accidents waiting to happen on brutal production lines, and the threat of zoonotic disease from the pigs, sheep's